absolutely nothing to live for. What the fuck did you just say? He growled. No. I repeated, I don't even want to see you. You disgust me. In the blink of an eye, the mountain of a man was in front of me and had a large hand wrapped around my neck. You were not saying that when I had my fingers inside your pussy as you trembled in my arms. He spoke darkly into my ear. Yet I disgust you, okay? You caught me in a moment of weakness. I cringed away from the hand that gently caressed my cheek, while the other dug into the tender skin of my neck. You are mine and it's time you accept that, Kroshka, little one. He glowered at me. Disobedience will result in your death. You know that, so why are you acting like this? I don't care anymore, I hissed. Kill me, just get it over with. I'm tired of this shit. Nikolai seemed to actually be considerate for a moment. No. He decided. It's too late for that. You are already part of the plan. You will be the one I marry and you'll have my children. I never change my plans. Deranged prick. Frustration was evident in my tone. Your therapist was right. You need to be locked up in a mental hospital for the rest of your life. We are all insane, was all he said. Some just handle it better than others. And then he proceeded to forcefully place me back into the position I'd been sitting in for the past half an hour as he sketched me. Could my life get any worse? Yes. The answer was always yes. 7. 8. Lolita spoilers ahead, in case you haven't read the book yet. Tragic. We've got a long day ahead of us, Princessa. Princess, Nikolai's deep voice awoke me. It's nearly 2 p.m. so wake up and get dressed. Why? I opened my eyes with a groan and gazed up at the suit-clad man. Where are we going? You're coming with me to a gala this evening. It's about time I introduced my new fiancé to society. He replied, I know how long women take to get ready for these things. You better start now. We leave at 5. What should I wear? I sat up and stretched. Something tight. He smirked before leaving the room. Shit. Now I had to meet all of his little criminal buddies and I was already dreading it. After spending the majority of yesterday glaring at the man while he painted me, I went straight to bed and fell into a fitful slumber, but still found myself irritable and moody when I woke up. Right now I wanted nothing more to just sleep and forget all about Nikolai Chekhov, about his plans for me. But no. Tonight was my first debut as his new piece of arm candy and I had to get dressed. What to wear though? I knew that formal wear was essential for an event like a gala, but which type? With the way I styled my appearance, I could choose how I wanted to come across to people. Did I want to look mature, sexy, young and innocent, dangerous? I'd just be myself, elegant with a hint of slutty to shake things up, while still maintaining my youthful appearance. That way the lie that I actually had my shit together would be easier to tell. I'd be me, Rosalie Harrington, but fancy. When lying, it was always best to keep as close to the truth as possible. After taking a long bath, I walked over to the closet in search of something to wear. I wanted Nikolai's eyes on me all night. I hated him with every atom of my being, but I knew that in order to remain alive, I had to keep his interest. He clearly desired me, so I would use that desire against him. Desire turned kings into ordinary, easily controlled men, and then I saw it. The one. At the back of the closet was a floor-length navy blue dress so dark that it looked almost black, with a thigh-high slit and low neckline. Perfect. After pairing it with some silver stilettos, I slipped the garment over my head and began doing my makeup. When I finished a good while later, I heard a knock on the door. A naughty smirk etched itself across my face when I caught a glimpse of my reflection. Poor old Nick wouldn't know what hit him. Are you ready? Asked the Russian man when I opened the door. His eyes, to my delight, were practically glued to my chest. Yes. I replied and accepted his outstretched arm. I liked this dress. He gave me yet another once-over as we walked through the mansion. Me too. I grinned. Nice suit, by the way. This time he wore a deep navy three-piece suit with tiny silver snakes on his cufflinks and his usually curly hair was slicked back for the occasion. We match, he noted. Silver and blue. Such a pity. Now we look like we actually like each other. I joked. This is a good thing, he decided. I want us to appear united. Not everyone attending this event is a friend to me. Since you'll probably kill me if I don't play along, I will, so don't act surprised if there are many affectionate gestures coming from me tonight, I said. But before I begin my act, I just want to remind you of how ardently I loathe you. Such a sweet little thing you are. He reached out and pinched my cheek. The perfect lady, my makeup. I shrieked, get your hands off me. You don't need it anyway, he shrugged. When we got to the garage, Nikolai picked a midnight blue Maserati from his vast selection of cars. So now we even matched the car. Great. Oh, I almost forgot. He reached into his pocket once we'd gotten into the car and pulled out a small white box. I need people to know that you are my woman. Oh. My eyebrows shot up once I saw the sparkly, diamond-encrusted ring inside. Give me your left hand, Nikolai ordered. Come on, I haven't got all day. I watched with surprise evident on my face as he slipped the ring onto my finger and then stopped to survey me. Much better. He looked pleased. Do you like the ring? If not, I can have another made. It's perfect, I replied, smiling slightly as the diamonds caught the light. If we can get through tonight without a tantrum from you, then you will be greatly rewarded. This ring is nothing compared to what I will give you. He rested a large, veiny hand on my knee as we drove off the property. My wife will be spoiled. Because of the fact that I had not left the mansion since I'd been brought there, I chose to ignore his warm touch and focus on the passing buildings and trees instead. I missed my old life, awful as it was. Yes, I'd been in constant danger, but at least I had been free. But I'd come to the realization and acceptance that there was no escape from the place I was currently in. I needed to make the most of my situation, unfortunate as it may be. Even as the wife of this monster, I would at least try to enjoy life. I could no longer allow myself to wallow in self-pity and lose my battle against depression. I was stronger than that, and the things I'd survived only proved me right. Tell me, Rosalie, what is your favorite book? He inquired after a short period of silence passed. Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov, amongst many others. I answered without hesitation. Ah, yes, I've read that one, he mused. It's extremely well written. In which a sick, lonely old man develops an infatuation with a precocious young girl. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? My eyes met with his. I wouldn't call it an infatuation. Humbert simply had a strong lust for Dolores, he defended. We both knew that his words were a metaphor. He was Humbert, and I was little Dolores. It was a modern tragedy. He kidnapped her. I challenged him. She only became his lover once she realized that there was no escape. On the contrary, Nikolai shot me aside. I'd glare as he drove. She was a devilish little creature who intentionally made him go mad with desire. The girl wanted him just as much as he wanted her. He was cruel, manipulative and abusive, not to mention completely insane. I huffed. I think he spent much more time making her happy than he did sad. Nikolai's hand traced slow circles on my knee. If you read the book properly, you'll find that it was her who actually initiated several of their sexual encounters. She loved him. Then why did she feel the need to run away and in the end, get pregnant with another man's child? I snapped. If you ever try that shit with me. His hand stilled on my knee as his once joking tone became laced with ice and possessiveness. I won't even kill you, no. I will make you watch as I kill your lover and his spawn growing inside of you. Then I will send you to work as a whore in some brothel somewhere. People who are unfaithful deserve no less. At this point, nothing the man said fazed me anymore. He was a complete and utter lunatic, and I happened to be unfortunate enough to be marrying him. Do you think I'm an idiot? I rolled my eyes. There's no need to be so dramatic. If I wanted another man, I'd just get a bunch of different-sized dildos. It's a good investment in my eyes. You are unlike any woman I've ever met. He frowned at me. I don't know how to feel about it. Count yourself lucky. If I was a little crazier, I would find a way to kill you despite knowing your people would kill me. I'd be dead, but on the bright side, so will you, I replied. And if I was less crazy than I currently am, I would be really boring. I think I'm the perfect balance of the two, and for some reason the universe blessed you when you decided to kidnap me. Wow. Was all he said before bursting into deep full-bellied laughter. It was the first time I'd ever heard him properly laugh, and it filled me with warmth. The sound was far more wholesome than I had imagined, and would have been contagious if I wasn't in such a sour mood. Wow, indeed, I grumbled. We're here, announced Nikolai after regaining his composure. Get ready to meet the Russian mafia, Kroshka. Little one, whatever you do, don't make any friends, stay away from any man other than me, and never trust anyone. Also, you will smile more tonight. You are my happy, innocent young bride. For your safety, that is all you will be tonight. What do you think will happen next? 8. 9. Keep your back straight and maintain eye contact. Never let anyone see your discomfort, whispered Nikolai as we walked into the room. I felt hundreds of curious eyes on me, all eager to find out who his new piece of arm candy was. Judging by the glares I was receiving from certain women, I knew that they'd seen my flashy engagement ring. When will we leave? I questioned. They're all staring, and it's weird. We just got here, Princessa, so we'll still be here for a while. His one hand come to rest on my ass, which caused more women to glare at me. I have many people to introduce you to. They only seem intimidating because you're an outsider, but that will soon change. I think they're already plotting my death. I frowned. Understandable. He nodded. Because they all want to fuck me and see you as an obstacle. Great. I scowled. Smile, he hissed. I can't have you looking miserable. Oh, but I am. I rolled my eyes. Many women would kill to be in your place right now, he pointed out, but I'm not them. I replied in a polite tone with fake smile plastered across my face. All of you want to fuck me, so you do have something in common with those women, he stated. Wow, you're a dick. I grumbled. You want my dick? He smirked. I'm not a fan of shrimp. I shot back. Shrimp? I will drag you out of this room and fuck you so hard you can't walk for the next 3 weeks. I am a very well-endowed man, so it will not be painless, Kroshka. Little one. His heavily accented voice was a furious whisper in my ear. If you say so, sweetie. My smile didn't reach my eyes. You little. His fingers dug into my hip. Hey, Nikolai. Came a voice, cutting off his furious rant. A tall blonde man walked over to us with a beautiful Southeast Asian woman on his arm. I recognized the man as I'd met him before. He was Nikolai's cousin and underboss, Ilya. Hello, Ender, Ilya. Nikolai addressed the couple. Enjoying the evening? We are only here for the champagne, joked the women. Ender. These galas are so boring that I'm tempted to jump out of a window to make things a little interesting. I will join her if she does, chimed Ilya. The snipers outside have probably fallen asleep because there's no one to shoot. Everyone is behaving themselves, unfortunately. We'll just have to cause some trouble, now won't we? Smirked Nikolai. I'm thinking of shooting that slimy little prick Agron Hisage because he had been watching my woman since we arrived. Let's try to avoid starting a war with the Albanian mafia tonight. Maybe some other time though. Very few of the families are allied with us. Ilya pondered for a moment before answering. Oh, I nearly forgot, spoke Nikolai. Ender, meet my fiancée Rosalie. Rosalie, this is Ilya's wife Ender. The two of you are around the same age. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. She pulled me into an unexpected hug. Nikolai talks about you all the time. Oh. I caught my fiancé's gaze. Does he now? The man never shuts up about you. She laughed. It's understandable because you're so beautiful. Thank you. I smiled genuinely. The woman radiated warmth and happiness, and I couldn't help but feel comfortable around her. So are you. I didn't lie. She really was, with dark olive skin, hooded hazel eyes and a long, flowing mane of glossy black hair. So when's the wedding? She wiggled her eyebrows. In 4 weeks, replied Nikolai. Didn't Ilya tell you? I nearly choked on air. In my head the wedding seemed far